Today's meme of the day is... Do you guys think Warner Bros. Is going to be pissed off that this episode is going to come out after Death Battle went independent?
Oh, wait. I mean, we already had a Warner Bros. Character.
Oh, wait a minute.
I just hope this video doesn't get age-restricted, Bill. That's all I care about right now.
Okay, well, here's how we'll solve it.
My track record with this matchup.
Well, here's how I'll solve it. I'm going to say a racial slur. Mick. There we are. Now we don't have to worry about my video being age-restricted, you fuck. But yeah, let's talk about the... next episode, I don't know why I was not. Oh, sorry.
At time of recording, I'm not going to show the lads during recording because Bill doesn't like to be spoiled. There are screenshots of this animation out, and they were shown on the Death Battle cast today.
Nice.
Yeah, it's just screenshots, no like spoilers or anything.
Yeah. Oh, the screen. I have actually seen the screenshots. Actually, I have seen those.
Okay, yeah. But next time, it is
so I can put one in
versus Tomcat.
Could you say that again?
I can put one in our group chat, and it's fine.
I mean, if you want to, but let's actually say the name of the episode, because too many things were being said.
I did already, god damn it!
But both me and mate were talking. We're not professionals! But yeah, it's Wile E. Coyote versus Tom from Tom and Jerry.
The Tournament of Champions winner is finally happening for everybody, and it's the Luis hand-drawn episode that was promised on the Kickstarter.
Okay, just knowing that alone, and remembering Scooby versus Courage.
Yeah. So...
yeah, I don't think we have to worry about whether or not this animation is going to be great.
I mean,
I don't know if it was confirmed if it's a solo Luis drawing episode yet. Because if it is, then you can definitely more so compare it to Jack vs. Afro as far as Luis hand-drawn style, because Scooby vs. Courage was a team effort.
I mean, just from the screenshots alone, honestly, if you were to tell me this is like an official crossover, I'd be like, oh, I can believe that. Because, like, look,
honestly, yeah.
We've praised Scooby-Doo versus Courage, like, it's really great. You can't deny that it doesn't look like it's something out of a Warner Bros. Cartoon. Like, Warner Bros., despite their recent controversies, a long time ago they were actually praised for their amazing animation. I mean, hell, just as I'm going to put it on screen, just the opening to the Batman animated series, like, Jesus Christ, this animation's over 30 years old. It's unbelievable. And Looney Tunes and Tom and Jerry are one of those things as well. Like, both of these franchises came around a very peculiar time, we'll say the least. I'm not going to put any of them on screen. A long time ago. Yeah, and some of the jokes are a bit, shirt-tugging, we'll say. Especially Tom and Jerry
getting
alone.
Remade just for kids.
Seriously, just Tom and Jerry alone with some of their jokes, just... basically, if you know about the Jerry with the dynamite gag, if you know what happens after the explosion, you know. But...
yeah.
But, you know, controversies aside with these two... I do love the fact regarding when this episode got, you know, we knew this episode was coming this year. The fact when Death Battle, before they went independent, was saying next year or the next season of Death Battle, you're either getting Kratos versus Azura or Wile E. Coyote versus Tom. And to insert that El Dorado meme, the community just went, both is good. And hey, we got both. We got both in the same season. I don't know why, that's just funny to me. That, like, despite the fandom tearing each other apart, we want this episode, we want this episode. Death Battle, like, you get both.
I mean, that's also in part because of the shutdown.
I mean, yeah.
You get both, and you're gonna be happy.
Yeah, and to be honest, with how good Kratos versus Azura was, like, and with the screenshots that have already been shown for this episode, oh boy, I am excited. And I feel like it's safe to say, pretty much all three of us here, and pretty much anyone watching this video, we've at some point grown up with Tom and Jerry and Looney Tunes, even if it was just on in the background.
Yeah, if you haven't, how?
I was more of the Tom and Jerry side, honestly. I think, like, the first exposure that I remember was the movie where Tom and Jerry went to fucking Mars.
There was a lot of Tom and Jerry movies. Many of them were crossovers, weirdly enough. Like, Tom and Jerry and Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. No, I'm not kidding. That is an official thing. Look it up.
They've also crossed over with Sherlock Holmes, The Wizard of Oz. There's also a couple other examples, one of which in particular I will get to later because I've been doing some research.
And
they crossed over with Superman Multiverses. Oh, wait.
Yeah, that game got shut down. The worst part was apparently Wile E. Coyote was going to be a future combatant. We could have had an official death battle in Multiverses.
Wow, Warner Brothers cucked him again.
Jesus Christ, man.
Am I wrong?
Warner Bros, why do you hate your iconic characters so much? They were the reason you got off the ground.
They're just going to put our complaints as a tax write-off.
Oh, god damn it.
That's what they're gonna do.
Honestly, I remember like when it got leaked about Ruby Rose was going to be in Multiverses, and there was lines that Rick Sanchez had, and I'm just like, we would have had a game where Rick and Ruby would have had banter. Like, did I ask for that? No, but given what Rick's lines were, just imagine what Ruby's responses were would have been great. But if there's one thing you can definitely praise about Multiverses, it was so cool they got a lot of the original actors to reprise their roles and actually have them communicate with their opponents. Like, I don't know, I like little details like that.
I decided to look at the crossovers for Tom and Jerry. They didn't cross over with Wizard of Oz once, they did it twice.
I know, that is stupid. As far as I know, aside there's that Tom and Jerry anime coming out, no, I'm not even kidding. I don't know if Tom and Jerry have been in anything recently, nor the Looney Tunes. Well, I know there was that movie that came out recently, but I haven't yet watched it yet. But, regarding, like, is this episode Tom versus Wile E, or is it Wile E versus Tom?
Wile E versus Tom.
It is Wile E versus Tom. Oh boy, we can talk about the guy who wants to sue Acme. Acme's lawyer being John Cena, of all people.
I will be honest here, like, as far as, this might be an unpopular opinion, when it comes to all the Looney Tunes characters and stuff like that, Wile E. Coyote was a good character, but I was always more of a Daffy Duck and Bugs Bunny type of person.
Yeah, I got that.
It's just like, why? I feel like Wile E's and Roadrunner's cartoon was like an appetizer to the main cartoons of Bugs and Daffy and whatnot.
Yeah. Looney Tunes was always one of those cartoons where, during the rise of a lot of cartoons, you either had amazing slapstick, but not that really much great writing, or you had great writing and your slapstick wasn't that great. Looney Tunes is one of those shows, though, that managed to have both. And, you know, a lot of there is so much adult humor in Looney Tunes, it's actually insane. Like, how...
I still remember there was that, like, one skit where it was, like, Wile E and Bugs.
Was there a Wile E and Bugs? I don't think... Was there?
I'm pretty sure there was. Like, Wile E even spoke, and he was all, like, rather prim and proper. Like, yes, you are a rabbit, and I'm going to eat you for supper.
Future Bill, put that on screen if that is true.
I might look it up, hang on.
But yeah, like, in terms of Looney Tunes, though, like, I will admit, Wile E. Coyote, while he wasn't my favourite of the Looney Tunes cast, because, seriously, Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck had some of the funniest comedic lines ever. Like, when they were trying to get the hunter to either kill Bugs or Daffy, they were like, rabbit season, duck season, rabbit season, duck season, fire, boom! It's like...
Yeah, with the Roadrunner cartoon, it was always just, how will Wile E fail to catch the Roadrunner? He falls off the cliff and holds up a sign, going, well, crap.
Yeah, don't get me wrong though, the slapstick and the visual gags for Wile E. Coyote and the Roadrunner were great. Like, still my favourite gag of all time has to be when Wile E. Coyote paints what looks like a tunnel, hides in a bush, Roadrunner runs through it, and he's just like, what? Tries to run through it and he hits the wall. It's so stupid, but I love it. Like,
I found it.
Oh my god, it did happen. Okay then. Learn something new every day. But another gag I love of Wile E. Coyote has to be the famous catapult scene. There's a big build-up, he's winding it and everything, getting himself seated. There's so much build-up, and then he freaking snaps a rope and he just plummets into the ground. Like...
Bruh. That'd be his luck.
It's literally a whole minute of him prepping this thing just for it to just slam him into the ground. Like, you can't write comedy that good.
Or there's him like strapped to a firework, lights the fuse to have it launch him. It doesn't launch, it just explodes.
Like this?
See, again, that gif alone made me laugh just for the few seconds. Like,
I think I saw this clip on Twitter recently. It was like him trying to launch himself with a bow that he he put in the ground, and he's like getting himself ready to like launch. Let's go, and nothing happens. He even like steps out of the bow and is like, I think it's a different clip. Wait, is this the same clip? No, it's a different clip, but yeah,
But still,
I've seen that one too.
that visual was still funny though.
I feel like with this cartoon, it was always like, what's the wackiest thing we can have the coyote do? And how does it backfire?
Yeah, and that's what... And
the answer is yes.
Also, another funny gag that I love, which I was... When I prepared for this episode, I was rewatching a lot of it. The one where he's freaking soaring. So, like, Roadrunner's on the edge of a cliff. There's no way for him to get out of it. He slices it, the mountain collapses, but the side is still there with Roadrunner on it. It's like, how does that even work? The mountain's already on the ground.
Toon Force be ridiculous.
Like,
Ridiculous.
Like, Wile E. Coyote has the most unlucky Toon Force ever. Like, whereas other characters, when they use Toon Force, it kind of is to their benefit, or helps them
He
survive.
is basically the Tex of Looney Tunes.
He really
Oh my
is.
god, that's true.
Like, because his inventions are genius. Well, they're not even his inventions. He just buys them from, like, some other company. And they just backfire.
Where does he get the money?
He probably, I don't know, maybe he does...
I've only just thought about that. Like, how does he get the money to pay Acme for all this stuff?
Maybe he just...
That's going to be, I feel like that's going to be a gag in this episode, honestly. Like, hey, Wiz, where do you think he gets all that money from? I don't know, actually, Boomstick. I don't know.
I mean, he's in the middle of a desert. Maybe he mines copper?
Maybe.
Or this is just... Or if we actually think realistically here, it's cartoons. We don't have to explain shit.
Actually, if you're talking about him mining, I wonder if that would have been a better pitch for the Minecraft movie. Just have Wile E be the protagonist.
Do you know what? I would watch that. He tunnels
He just
into the
holds up
ground.
a sign, I am, and then he turns the sign around. I'm Steve.
Oh god. But the chicken jockey
I'm still
appears.
not watching that in the theater though.
It's the chicken jockey. He just holds up a sign. Just chicken jockey. You're kind of unrelated. When me and Bernie went to actually see
I found the answer to the question, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Wile E. Coyote has an unlimited Acme credit card account.
Oh, well, there you go. We have confirmation. You're kind of unrelated because we bought the Minecraft film. I remember Mate telling me the story of his movie experience there. When me and Bernie went to see the Minecraft
Worst case
film.
experience I've ever had.
Yeah.
For you.
Yeah, the theatre I went to, it was packed, don't get me wrong. But when that chicken jockey scene appeared, one kid literally jumped out and screamed chicken jockey, no one else did, and everyone just kept watching the film. It was like, oh, that poor kid.
Good.
Mate hates kids confirmed.
Do you know what I'm just picturing? That kid goes chicken jockey, Mate just does the Markiplier punch meme. You just see Mate running down the field, just... And then that's when everyone cheers and throws their popcorn when Mate knocks out the kid.
That I approve of.
For the record, lads, do not condone child violence. Unless it's hilarious. But speaking of hilarious
I was about
violence...
to say something like that.
Speaking
Just
of
for the Team 4-star reference.
Speaking of violence, hilarity, if there's one thing that I know that we're going to probably give Wily is that he is a durable bastard. Like, holy hell, this guy should have been dead 30 episodes ago.
Probably more than that.
He should have died at least once every episode. And
Yeah.
He's like, I'm okay.
Yeah. Like, the bow thing, yeah, he could survive that. No, the bomb exploding right in your face, dead. Like, there should be nothing left.
Every single time he falls off a cliff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, or, catapulting him into the ground. A catapult's a powerful weaponry. I remember having this conversation years ago with someone from, like, secondary school. Can't remember who it is. Shout out to you if I can remember your name or you'll remember this conversation.
And if you're watching this video.
And if you're watching this video.
Your name is now Bongo.
My old friend Bongo. Once he was just watching the video, he was like, my name was Steve. Yeah.
Wait, you have the same name as an elephant? Oh no.
Oh no.
Unfortunate.
Poor Steve. Which one? Yes. One was friends with me, the other one dies in comedic ways. But yeah.
Steve is our Wile E. Coyote. He keeps getting blown up and keeps coming back.
At one point stabbed with a lightsaber. But yeah, like, if one of these inventions actually worked, this is what my friend brought up. Like, for instance, the catapult thing. What exactly would have happened if, he succeeded and he got, I don't know, close to the Roadrunner? It's like, we've seen before, like, Roadrunner can outrun him still. It's like, well done, you landed right next to him. Okay, he's still faster.
There's also times when, like, I've seen this clip where he has, like, a fridge strapped to him that makes, like, snow beneath him as he's, like, skiing. He skis down a cliff, like, to intercept Roadrunner. Roadrunner just stops and goes by over a cliff, falls down.
I remember that. Oh, and he was crushed by the fridge as well. That's even worse. If the fall didn't kill you, the fridge definitely should have.
Oh my god, he got fridged.
Oh no, Kyle's story's come back. I don't know why, I just picture like any character under Warner Bros. You just see Warner Bros. Logo just hovering the fridge near them. They're like, not the fridge! Not the fridge! Yes, the fridge. If Indiana Jones can survive it, so can you. But yeah, now in terms of like keep in mind, I watched a lot of the original Looney Tunes. I haven't kept up with a lot of modern stuff. The only thing that I could say was definitely like a modern Wile E. Coyote thing. In the Space Jam sequel, he was in the Mad Max film, which I find hilarious because when the Soldier Critic gave a review about Mad Max Fury Road, he compared it to a Wile E. Coyote and Roadrunner episode, and a few years later, they actually have that as a thing in the movie. I think that's probably the only funny thing about that film. Wile E. Coyote and Roadrunner chasing... Well, Wile E. trying to chase Roadrunner in a Mad Max setting. Like, that is comedy gold. But aside that, I don't really know in terms of other crazy Toon Force stuff that he does in, like, modern Looney Tunes. Like, I just know about the original of him just surviving stuff.
There is something he has in, like, a more modern cartoon, which, is definitely worth talking about for this fight.
Oh, yeah?
Alright, so the liquid that's in that, like, gun, it rewrites Looney DNA and essentially removes Toon Force.
As you do.
Yeah, he has an anti-Toon Force serum.
So what's the context of when that was used? Like, did he just use it on someone and, I don't know, they actually got hurt or something?
I've been told by someone who has watched it, it didn't... Well, hang on, let me get the conversation back up.
I'm bad. Like, hey, let's give him an anti-Toon Force weapon.
Okay.
That one, honey.
So, the one time Wile E. used it He screwed up and dropped all the liquid in a water tower.
Let me guess, this backfired on him.
Most probably, it's Wily.
Yeah, like, you can't give him something that badass and actually useful and not have it work. Like, that's the rule of Looney Tunes. Like, you're either the character that gets away with everything, or you're basically the hunter from all the Bugs Bunny episodes.
And we're FUD.
Yeah, I always tend to forget he has a name, because a lot of times in the credits he was always just referenced as the hunter.
Wow, Warner Brothers really do hate their characters. They won't even credit him properly.
I tell you, who was your guy's favourite person that always pursued Bugs Bunny? Was it the hunter guy, or whatever his name was, or that? What was that red-bearded guy called? Sam? Was it
Yosemite Sam?
Yosemite Sam. That was it.
Yosemite Sam and Elmer Fudd.
Yeah, I always loved Yosemite Sam just because of all the things he was like. I could never understand him 90% of the time, but that's what made a lot of his like moments that much funnier.
I remember there was this one time
Elmer because of the way he talked.
Oh yeah. Shh, be very, very quiet. I'm hunting rabbits.
Yeah, lucky I don't sue their ass. I used to do a lot of Looney Tunes voices.
I think the movie was Looney Tunes Back in Action. Is that like live action sort of one? So they're after this card that has like the Mona Lisa on it, but it gets mixed up in a blackjack deck, and one of the guys is after it, and Yosemite Sam sit at the blackjack table. The dealer is Foghorn Leghorn, by the way. And the guy is constantly saying, hit me, hit me, hit me, hit me. And he's getting like card dealt. And Yosemite is like, oh, say hit me! Pulls out a mallet and whacks him in the face.
Looney Tunes comedy at its finest.
And then the guy just goes, it hit me, and like winces.
But yeah, like
Looney Tunes is great.
It really is. I love it. I don't remember if you guys ever remember that Looney Tunes with a Z, where they turned a lot of the characters into like superheroes. I remember Wily's character. One, he was voiced by Raphael's original voice actor, I believe. But his whole gimmick was that every character had like a superpower based on like the toon aspects of their characters. Like, I think Bugs Bunny's character, you know, he was a super speed because, oh no, it wasn't super speed. I think it was teleportation because, well, he could go underground and just appear anywhere. I think something like. It's been a long time since I saw that weird cartoon. But I think Wily's was a healing factor. Like, he could regenerate from anything. Do you reckon they'll tie
Makes
that
sense.
into it though? Because Looney Tunes would often take the piss out of that series, because even the people Warner Bros in the animation department literally have a sign that says don't do this cartoon ever again, because even the animators hated it. As a kid I used to like it, but, I mean, I guess you could give him a healing factor, because a lot of the times he'll get blown up till like he's like, as Sean posted a gif on this, like he's literally burnt where all his flesh gets cindered, and then a few minutes later he's completely fine.
I mean, that's basically just Toon Force in a nutshell.
Yeah. Although, I guess we should also talk about a character that has definitely suffered a similar fate, Tom. And if I really say which one of these characters I do like the most, I am definitely a Tom and Jerry person. I love Tom and Jerry.
Yeah, Tom and Jerry was a really good cartoon. The premise was always like kind of similar, only there was a lot more side stuff added with some episodes. Like at one point they did like the Three Musketeers kind of spin-off, or they introduced the giant dog named Spike, I think it was.
Spike, but he's also called Killer in some cartoons.
I freaking love Spike, the dog that's always trying to. Well, he doesn't always try. Most of the time, he's just trying to chill, and then Tom just accidentally.
Or look after his son.
Yeah, you know what? If we had to talk about,
He's going after a lady cat like this.
I hope they reference this in the episode. Lad with the gun. Pull smoke. Howdy, bitch.
Like,
If any of you seen that video.
yeah, I'm not sure. If we had to talk about best dads, I definitely think Spike the dog is definitely up next. I remember one episode when, I'm trying to remember what it was. I think, like, Tom managed to get his son stuck in a tree. He was like, who did this to you? He barked once, that's all I need to know. Paint puts oil on a tree, scares Tom up here. Tom keeps trying to climb it, but it's so oily he can't, so he just gets his son to keep chasing him till the night.
Oh yeah, that was the episode when he was trying to teach his son, I think his name is Tyke, to chase cats.
Yeah.
So he, like, friends Tom, like, when he starts barking, you start climbing. Understand?
Yeah, I think, you know, if Wiley always had, like, a lot of the funny visual gags, they were good, but Tom had the best slapstick comedy. Like, oh my god, like, especially the iconic scream he does, like. I've used it in some of my
which
videos.
one? The ow, or just the simple ah?
Yes.
I wish I could do those way better.
You tried. You're great with voices, but I think Tom.
Have you all ever heard him sing, by the way?
Depends on which one. He's done.
Oh yeah, that
sings.
was that movie.
Oh yeah.
He once sounded the same cat playing like I think it's like a cello or something with like his feet at one point.
Oh yeah,
He's
that
got
too.
a voice. And that was back in 1946.
Yet, but yeah, people definitely probably going to reference it, but a lot of Tom and Jerry's jokes, they were kind of old. That's all I'll say. A lot of jokes they definitely could not get away with now.
Probably not.
When it came to like a lot of Tom and Jerry jokes, like it was mostly just Tom suffering. If you were to ever see the original pilot, though, they actually had a cat's pain scream for all the times he was in pain, which didn't really make it that funny. Because, you know, a cat screaming in pain is not that comfortable.
Yeah, I don't like that.
So they decided, let's add a funny scream to it. And I can't remember the actor they got to do the scream, but the scream became so iconic. I think they've even used it in a lot of the modern reruns of Tom and Jerry.
I mean, they're also probably going to use it in the death battle, let's be real.
Yeah. But like, I think one of my favourite gags that had the scream is when Tom got that book about trying to catch a mouse, and I love this gag so much. There's one where he tries to put a bear trap and it sneaks it in the front door of Jerry's house, but then Jerry opens the back door, and as soon as Tom leans back to hide, it gets him right in the eyes and goes, ow! His head hits the roof, and you see his body squirming as he's still screaming, and the bear trap's just caught on his ass.
Wait, don't you mean the mousetrap?
No, it was a bear trap. So, so there was a scene where Tom got this book that told him all the ways to capture a mouse. Spoiler alerts, none of them worked. So he put a bear trap. He snuck it into Jerry's house, but Jerry at the same time was leading it out of the house where Tom was going to sit. Tom sits back and then it catches him right in the arse. Hold on, I'll send a clip of it because it is without a doubt the best Tom scream moments of all time. I think that was also the episode.
You know what's one of the...
It's the squirm. It's the f***ing squirm. And ow, ow, ow.
I don't know why I thought it was a mousetrap for some reason. Oh.
Honestly, I think the bear trap's funnier
Did you
because
expect it to be?
it's the fact you see the gleeful look on his face as he leans back just to the side of that's the other thing about, I think compared to Wile E. Coyote, where when he got hurt, it didn't look that painful. Every time I saw Tom get hurt, I also cringed because it was like, there was one episode where he went to attack Jerry and this bird because he gained like a wingsuit, and they put like they removed the roof and put like the nail side, and just seeing Tom's ass getting stabbed by that was painful to look at. It's like, oh no, that's like, oh, you're gonna need a tetanus shot after that.
There's something like worse that happened in that same episode. I know someone sent me a gif of it. I'm just trying to find it.
So apparently, Tom wasn't always supposed to be called Tom. In his debut, he was supposed to be called Jasper.
Yeah, I definitely think Tom sounds better. Tom and Jerry just rolls
Yeah.
off to Tom. Jasper and Jerry, nah.
Also, Tom cats are a thing.
Exactly. I'm going to pretend I knew that.
I mean, don't think the actual.
He's also a father, apparently.
Yeah, I think he does have a
What?
son. Yeah, Tom is a father.
He does have a son.
Actually, it sounds vaguely familiar.
Yeah, so
'cause
canonically,
his na-
Tom is not a virgin.
To be fair, Tom's had a couple girlfriends.
Many of them have definitely not stuck, for obvious reasons. Oh, dude, I remember that one gag where... I think this is another episode when Spike was trying to get him. There was this one cat girl that he fancied. He would always sneak off to kiss her. Then at one point, Spike figured it out, waited by the window. Tom closed his eyes and was being like all romantic, holding him down. Oh, do you know, another gag of... I think we brought this up in the last time we talked this episode. The episode where Tom had to, not do anything to Jerry, and he would get like $1 million. To the point he just had enough, tore up the contract, and was trying to kill Jerry. And he started speaking, "Gee, I'm throwing away $1 million, but I'm happy." There was some episodes that I feel as though Tom deserved to win. Other times, not as much. But that one episode, I was rooting for Tom.
I mean, he has won episodes. There's also, funny enough, in the same place I found the Tom facts, they kept track of Tom's wins and losses.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, there's quite a few.
Well, I guess that's one thing he has
I'm looking
over...
for this GIF. I can't find it.
That's one thing he has over Coyote. He actually has some wins.
Oh yeah.
It's like, while these cartoons have like a similar kind of premise, I feel like Tom and Jerry added more to their cartoons.
Oh yeah, and the animation helped with that. Like, if you were to slow down, like, a lot of the moments Tom gets hurt, the amount of detail they go into to make it look as painful as possible. Like, do you remember that one gag where he was like a lifeguard and Jerry painted like I think it was one of those like wooden barriers
Yes.
to look like you see him heroically jump. If you were to slow it down, look at the detail. I'll put it on screen for people. The detail they put into when he freaking hits it is so painful to look at, but it's so comedic. It is just, it's gorgeous. Like, oh my god, I'm so looking forward to how they're gonna do Tom with, like, Tom goes for, I think, compared to like Wiley, Wiley falls down a lot. Tom gets eviscerated a lot of the time. He's been dismembered. He's been disintegrated. He's been shrunken.
He's also been shattered
Yeah.
by glass multiple times.
Like, Jesus
Cartoons
Christ.
be wild, yo.
Like,
He's also screamed so hard that all of his limbs and tongue separate from his body and then immediately rejoin.
We're
yeah.
winning a screaming contest. Tom,
That is my
what,
coffee as
there's-
well.
Yeah, it can't for me as well. I thought he was being dramatic.
I was saying, who to win in a screaming contest? Tom or Courage? There's your clue today, ladies and gentlemen.
That's actually a good question, because I feel like both have screams that have, like, pierced the heavens.
I mean, courage broke the sun.
That is also true. I don't think Tom's ever done something like that. Tom has canonically died, though.
Wait, wasn't that like revealed to be a dream though?
I think it depends,
No,
because
and,
there was, similar to the episode with the bear trap, there was a moment where Tom had enough of that manual, because it was failing so much. Again, I love this visual gag. He got sick of following this manual because it wasn't working, so he decided he's going to get every cartoony, like, explosive. He blew up the entire house with himself, but the only thing remained was Jerry's house. Jerry was the sole survivor, and then he was just in heaven, like, having a stroppy moment as he ascended. Like, the entire house is destroyed. Nothing remains except for Jerry's house. And
He also died back in the Musketeer gag when they were in France. He died there.
Oh, that was actually such a dark moment. They actually cut that in future reruns. So even I thought that was a little too dark. So it's
Yeah,
not.
I mean, even then, like, he has like come back. In fact, I remember hearing about this from the Raptors prediction. So it's official that hang on, let me pull up because I wrote it down.
I feel like this is also going to be one where there's not going
okay.
to be any voice acting, and that's just something I'm cool with.
All right, so angels in heaven, like if Tom goes to heaven, angels will just let him gather more lives and revive.
I mean, I guess it would have to explain how he comes back.
If he goes to hell, demons literally just kick him out and revive him.
Oh, that is hilarious. We talked a lot about both these characters, so I guess it's time to talk about how was this fight gonna go, because honestly, obviously I'm rooting for mostly Tom, because I'm more of a Tom and Jerry person. If I had to be honest though, I just really want a funny slapstick where both characters set up traps and they fail and they get hurt in the process. Like, they don't actually damage each other with their abilities. It's more so everything they do, they hurt themselves instead.
So, there's a game I want to bring up called Tom and Jerry Chase. This game gets insane.
Yeah.
So, it's a Tom and Jerry game that has all these, like, events. There's stuff like Tom meeting bugs. And you can see from the image I sent, Warner Brothers, their trademark, it is official.
Wow.
But there's also this event where Idrisil, like, the world tree is getting like, destroyed by this, like, dark force. And Idrisil isn't strong enough to combat it. Tom and Jerry are. And Idrisil resides in heaven, which is an infinite plane of existence. It's a massive tree with a whole lot of branches and a whole lot of leaves. Each leaf contains a universe.
So who wins, Tom or Simone?
Good question. I don't know if I want the answer.
Okay, so that's
one
something
other
I
thing
didn't
that comes
know.
from this game, I don't know if they'll bring this up, but Sun Wukong scaling.
Say what now?
See the image I sent you?
Oh my god.
Yeah, there was an
What
event
the
where they
f- am
went
I
into
looking at?
Journey to the West.
Okay then. I don't recall anything that Wile E. Coyote has that can match that.
And there's like a few other things I found. A friend of mine sent me this link to like a Tom and Jerry cartoon where Tom gets like a whole bunch of power rings that like, you know, grant like different abilities, like elasticity. I mean, he can stretch his body anyway, so like
Toon Force.
whatever. There's one that gives you like ice, fire. That one essentially turns you into the Human Torch. Super strength / like the thing like invulnerability. There's a couple others I can't remember exactly what they do off the top of my head. But I was actually watching this movie before we started recording. Tom and Jerry: The Magic Ring.
I don't actually remember that one.
Jerry puts on this like magic ring, like it's a crown, but it gets stuck on his head.
Wait,
And,
I do remember that actually, yeah.
Yeah. And the ring's powers like demonstrated throughout the movie, both with Jerry and, well, Tom using it to help himself and Jerry out. So it can teleport people, it can summon objects, like just wherever you like. Like Tom uses it to summon stuff like a piano, an iron, a cruise ship, a plane, a space shuttle.
It's basically the Green
Just
Lantern
to
ring.
crush one guy.
Cartoons, man.
It can like freeze people or like objects in time, and transmutation. That last one, by the way, it turns Tom into a puddle of goo, and after he gets through like some bars, pop, he's back to normal. Tom can just say no to transmutation. By the end of the movie, Tom is the one in possession of the ring. So he should have access to like all of its powers.
Okay, and Tom and Jerry is... I really thought they were just going to have like SpongeBob sort of level of Toon Force. They have some level of Toon Force.
Yeah.
I feel like they might even make Scooby-Doo and Courage look like amateurs when it comes to their godlike abilities.
Are we ready for all the shenanigans? No.
Like, this... My idea how I want this fight to go, I want it to be a simple, like, I don't know, they both chase their, like, their rivals into a house, which it seems like that might be the setup given the screenshots we've seen. And both are just like,
yeah.
I don't know, there's a misunderstanding, like, Tom thinks Wily's trying to get Jerry, Wily thinks Tom's trying to get Roadrunner, so they're like, no, like, the screenshot that they showed, like...
I mean, and Tom is also probably just trying to fight off a home invader or something.
That is also the case. But given the fact we also see a bit of rubble in the screenshot and also a TARDIS in the background, I'm not sure if anyone's ever noticed that.
I noticed it.
Yeah, that's like the second time a TARDIS has appeared in Death Battle this year. But yeah, I want it to be like, it starts off simple, like the shot where it shows Jerry using a pipe and Wily using his boxing glove pistol. I always love those gags. I want the boxing glove to miss Tom. It bounces off the wall, hit Wily in the face. Tom goes to hit him. I don't know, like the pipe gets caught on like those like ceiling fans and he goes spinning around and it launches into Wily. Like, I just want it to be these two are just trying to kill each other, but they can't because they're so unlucky. They end up accidentally getting themselves caught. Like, I don't know, Tom goes to shoot like a double barrel, but he accidentally it gets jammed. He looks into it, he shoots it and hits himself in the face, but the butt of the shotgun hits Wily in the face as well. So both are getting hurt in the process.
Watch at some point it cuts to the Roadrunner and Jerry just eating from popcorn buckets and watching.
just
That'd be great.
Just cold chilling, watching all this unfold. Depending on whoever lives or dies, please let it end with like the person being victorious, but then they turn, they see Roadrunner with Jerry riding around, and he goes, meep, meep, pew! And they're just like,
They're just like, that's ever this.
No, what's even funnier, they go, meet me, they run through a tunnel, the character goes to chase them, they smack into a wall. Just to end, like, a good gag to end it on, like, the iconic one. But then
Nice.
I wanted to go even crazier. Like, obviously they're trying to hurt each other, but it's failing. It needs to get to a point, one's about to launch a nuke. And, I don't know, it backfires still, like, I don't know, it launches, like, let's say Wily or Tom are cowering, so they think they're going to die, but then the missile malfunctions and it goes to fall on either Tom or Wily, the one who launched it, and they just hold up a sign, uh-oh, and that's what kills them. Their own final weapon finishes the job.
I actually have something to say going back to that. So, I posted the screenshot on another server, and someone gave a prediction. These guys are Toons, and we have Acme involved, so I want to get wild in my theory. Somehow, some way, the house is going to end up in outer space, then crash down into Earth, still in one piece.
Yes!
Maybe.
Like,
I hope that it comes true.
Like, yes, I'm rooting for Tom in this
boy,
episode.
This is going to be a fun episode at the end of the day.
Yeah, they need to go all out with the visual, guys. They went pretty good with the Scooby versus Courage, but we need to see, like, these two are known to just fail so much at what they do. And I don't care who wins this, I just want to see both suffering, because that's what these two live for. They live for us to enjoy their suffering.
So I have my logic for why I think Tom should win.
Oh yeah.
Like, because we talked about this, like, they both fail, but Tom has wins.
Yeah, I do agree with that.
Like, comparing their win-loss record, like, yeah, Tom, like, has a majority, and, like, well, yeah, you could argue, like, who's stronger or faster. Considering what both can handle, then, like, strength kind of becomes a non-factor.
I actually kind of think, similar to Simone and Kyle, this could be a case where stats really won't matter. Because both just do whatever the Toon Force wants them to do. Like, what would be... you know, there's that rule of cool. Cartoons have rule of funny. Like, will this be funny? And...
yeah, I think Wily's best thing is that anti-Toon Force gun.
Which apparently might have backfired on him.
Yeah, kind of like how Dan has the Raging Demon, but the one time he's used it, it backfired.
You know, I always tend to forget that he's done that. Like, watch Street Fighter 6 next DLC character, and Dan has, like, he actually masters it.
Evil Dan.
Question, actually, kind of unrelated. Do you reckon if the Raging Demon were to hit Hercule, would that even work on him? Like, I don't really think Hercule has done anything that sinful that it would kill him.
I mean, he lied to the whole planet.
Yeah, it was kind of for their benefit, though, when you think about it. His lie kind of saved the universe in multiple occasions.
I mean, yeah, but that was just so he can hang on to his title and, like, you know, live a life of fame and luxury.
Okay, maybe that's true. Maybe the Raging Demon would work on him. Would Dan be able to power it up, though? Nah, I think at most he would get a bruise, to be honest. Like, you do he does all that cinematic boom, 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 and Hercule's just there like, ow, like holding his cheek. But yeah, back to this though, like, similar to, funny enough, how Multiverses actually did Tom and Jerry's moveset. It was Tom trying to hurt Jerry, and, you know, it was hurting the opponent, which is still the most clever way to do a character's moveset in a video game. That's what I want to do. I wanted these characters that are just trying to hurt each other, but they just fail at it. Like, I don't know, Wily sets up a bear trap, but Tom accidentally slips and knocks the bear trap into Wily's face.
Oh no, what if he, like, learns from Jerry and does what he did in that clip?
Oh my god, yes. And the one thing we can all agree on as well, we gotta have the holding up the sign before impact joke. Like, you've got to sneak that in there.
Bro. Oh, for sure. Oh, I even made this joke with some friends before. Imagine if, like, right before the kill, let's say hypothetically, like, Wily loses, instead of holding up a sign, he just speaks and goes, "Oh, poop."
It's either he holds up the sign or he does the umbrella gag. Just pulls out an umbrella.
Hey, this is working. Umbrella fully opens. Well,
actually, wasn't there actually a time, maybe it wasn't the Wile E. Coyote cartoon, wasn't there a time the umbrella actually worked, but then something else landed on them?
Didn't the giant rock, like, bounce off it and, like, land on something that, like, caused the cliff he was standing on to collapse and fall?
Maybe. Like, there's so many gags they've done with Wile E. Coyote that I don't know why. I vividly remember something like that happening. Also, that umbrella thing is so iconic. Other cartoons have referenced it. Even Fairy Odd Parents. Like, I think there's.
I know Family Guy have definitely done it.
Yeah, there's like an episode where Crocker was teamed up with a genie. Yes, Fairy Odd Parents gets weird. He accidentally causes a rock to fall, and the genie goes,
That's an understatement.
The genie just gives to Crocker the umbrella. It's like, yeah, you're gonna need this for this scene. Like, acknowledge, like, yeah, you know what you must do. And Crocker just agrees to it, like, okay. And yeah, to be honest, mate, how many times has Family Guy referenced a popular cartoon?
Yes.
Exactly. Family Guy's like, hey, we need a joke for this. Hey, what was that cartoon you were just watching? BoJack Horseman? Yeah, just turn Peter into a BoJack Horseman. And at one point, they even used an AI to write a joke. I'm not even kidding, they actually confirmed that. Thanks, Family Guy. They're getting so lazy with their humour, they're just getting AI to do it for them. What have we become? But
I know this says art, but I made this with a couple lion faces.
do you know what? I'm going to put it on screen for people to see, just for this gag. We need to put this in the lads server. Just get people getting involved in this.
Have I posted this meme in the server? I don't know.
I think you posted a comment, but not this meme. But yeah, my final sounders before we move to our third topic. I do agree with mate. I think Tom has more ways of winning this. Yes, he has canonically died more. But other than the stuff that, you know, Tom has done with the freaking tree of multiple universes, as you do, the Sun Wukong thing. Obviously, there might have been things in, like, Wile E. Coyote's analysis, because I originally thought Scoob was going to get stomped by Courage, and it turns out, yeah, he's actually kind of a guard in a way. So, maybe Wile E. has something, but as far as I've seen, Tom's inventions, one, he builds them himself a lot of the time, and two, he's survived. He's been torn to shreds and shattered compared to Wile E. Like, Wile E just gets blown up, and it's just like, you know, he's sometimes a mangled corpse on the floor, but Tom seems like he's survived more things that are definitely more lethal than others.
There is one other thing that, like, I know I've seen Tom do multiple times, which is definitely worth bringing up. He just gives inanimate objects sentience. Like, when he was trying to fight Jerry through a pool table, he, like, hit some balls with a pool cue. They converge, become a snake, and at one point, the 11 balls, like, squints and looks menacingly at Jerry.
I don't remember that, but you just made me remember that scene where he tried to run over Jerry with a train, and then a bowling ball landed in front of it, he just goes plowing into the floor.
There's also this time when, like, I don't know if it's like a bunch of fireworks that he launched either a bunch of fireworks or a bunch of, like, bullets, I'm not sure. Well, it's probably fireworks given the ending, but they're chasing Jerry. Jerry evades them. Tom whistles, they stop. And then he points to where Jerry is, and the fireworks go towards where he pointed.
I remember that, yeah. Oh my god. You know, that's where Doomslayer got the inspiration from when he caught that missile in the death battle. He's like, I saw this in a Tom and Jerry cartoon!
God damn it.
Oh my god. But yeah, I think I agree with mate. I think Tom definitely has a chance. It's not a storm, because both of these two are practically Toon Force indestructible. I mean, it got to with how many episodes there are.
Watch this be a draw.
I feel like this is one that's got to have an outcome.
You know what? Nah, not a draw. The winners are Jerry and the Roadrunner.
Yeah, I feel like they... Yeah, it's funny when they've done the draws in the past, but this is one we do need to have a conclusion, because we've always had, like, cartoon characters versus other characters, and the Toon Force character wins. And the only time they've done, like, Toon Force versus Toon Force character, it was a draw. This is one we need a conclusion on. Like, give us a Toon Force battle that actually has a conclusion.
Yeah, otherwise it'll just be Toon Force versus Toon Force. Okay, it's a draw then.
Yeah, like, you know, it was funny with Scoob versus Courage, because there was actually arguments you could make that neither could really put the other down. Mostly thanks to their crossover. But it's like, maybe this is one where we can actually finally settle a Toon Force debate.
Let's hope so.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah. Well, I said my piece. I'm looking forward to this episode just due to... I don't care who wins. I'm rooting for Tom. I'm also betting on him. I just want humour. That's all I want.
Yeah. Something I kind of want in Wiley's analysis, I don't know if he'll do it, is... I also mentioned something I want in Tom's analysis. So... likes and dislikes for Wile, dislikes Warner Brothers, and then in brackets, release Coyote versus Acme.
I think you mentioned that on our server, and it's like, that would be perfect.
And for Tom, likes Jerry, in brackets, sometimes. Dislikes Jerry, in brackets, most of the time.
What about you, Shawnee?
I'm also quite curious how they'll handle both of these two Toon Force characters, because it's going to get a little weird and a little wild. But I do think that Tom should win. Just really looking forward to seeing what actually happens this time.
Yeah, we need a conclusion to a Toon Force death battle.
Yeah. I mean, I'm rooting for Tom, and while I do think he wins, like, there is still that anti-Toon Force gun. But true to literally everything Wily uses, it failed in the past, so why would it suddenly work here?
That's actually a good point as well to bring up. Like, a lot of times when Tom's inventions fails, because either Jerry's altered it, or... Yeah, that's usually the case. Usually Tom alters it, like the bear trap thing. That would have worked, but Jerry moved it out of his house. Whereas a lot of Coyote's things, like even a basic bow and arrow has betrayed him. Well, I mean the bow, not the arrow. Whereas Tom,
he was the arrow.
Yeah, well, he was a terrible arrow. I am the fail arrow. Oh my god.
Oliver, don't use this one.
But it's like, with Tom, a lot of times he's just outsmarted by Jerry. Whereas Roadrunner, he just most of the time just stands there and Coyote just fails. So, like, there's so many modes, like, he could have literally just jumped on Roadrunner and just killed him. Maybe not, because Roadrunner's even faster than the Flash. I'm not even kidding people, look it up. But, yeah, like, there's been times that Roadrunner's just like, alright, I just want to see how this goes. And it fails. Yeah, so my final conclusion, I think Tom's gonna win. And give us comedy, death battle. Comedy is glorious.
Yay!